It's week 15 of the 2023 season, and all eyes are on Jared Goff as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Lions and the Hawks on Monday night.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle.
Tonight we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks.
Brandon Gaudin here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on the...
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
Oh, good move. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to Walker on first down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. 19 carries, 135 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Bobby Okereke in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The first carry now. This is Williams. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And the Seahawks had a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Here's Griffin on the catch.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 63 yards.
Having a nice season, number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
On second down, it's Walker.
And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They're going right back to Walker.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Back to throw, Smith.
They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. Throwing now is Geno. He hits his target, Lockett.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive 7 points in length. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the gun on third down, Goff.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third. Goff. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. The Lions at 11-2 now. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. "7-7", our score after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Swift again.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Smith. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. It's taken to the 26.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 43-yard line. 3rd and 2. Goff. Buying time to his left. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith, and it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Another shot now for this Lions offense.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give up the middle to Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. Myers' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Walker hit and the ball is out.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 27. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Smith now to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. From the red zone now, Smith. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He completes this to Walker. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Gay's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. From the gun, here's Goff. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Goff. Complete. This is Mitchell. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Chargers who were able to come in and steal one on the road. Justin Herbert, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Trey Lance, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, over 200 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and there were a few.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Give to Walker on the read option. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Walker with another carry. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Gino. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17.
54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
A quick throw there out to Williams.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Getting home, finishing that play off, it was Tyreek Smith.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
Hey, check.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker. Tariq Woolen in on the stop.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Alert!
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
But defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker punching it in from a yard away.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Open man right side is St. Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. As we back now in Seattle, Washington. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 38, Smith. This one is Slayton over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Straight ahead running. Here's Dallas. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 2nd down, a run with Dallas.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Smith.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Finn, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 23. Goff.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff
throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he takes this out right near the 45-yard line. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Goff.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42.
But Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions 1st.
Play action. It's Goff.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the end around, here comes Williams. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to swell the lead to 6. Myers' kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down on the scoreboard. Just over 1:40 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Smith. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Smith now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Gets this to Fant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. Now Smith. His throw incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now it's Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now it's the Lions' turn. Trailing by a point. 45 seconds remaining. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's gone. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it with Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And he got it. The kick is gone, and a fantastic finish here on a Monday night. And the Lions are going to win this game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your...
Yeah, all right, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boys for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish.